private company called Intuitive Machines has made history by sending the first-ever commercial spacecraft to land on the Moon. This spacecraft, named Odysseus, is also the first US-built spacecraft to touch down on the lunar surface since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972. But the landing was not smooth, and the spacecraft is now lying on its side. In this video, we will inform you of the next step of Odysseus and show all the images that were taken. So stay tuned, because this is a story you don't want to miss. The Odysseus lander is part of a NASA program called Commercial Lunar Payload Services, or CLPS, which aims to deliver scientific and commercial payloads to the Moon using private companies. NASA is paying Intuitive Machines $118 million to deliver 6 science payloads to the surface, and there are another 6 private sector payloads on board. The lander was launched on February 14, 2024, and reached the Moon 4 days later. But the landing was not easy. Just hours before the landing, the mission team had to reprogram the lander to work around a disabled laser range-finding system, which is used to measure the distance and speed of the lander relative to the ground. The spacecraft instead made use of one of the NASA payloads, an experimental laser range-finding system. Fortunately, the workaround worked. The lander also hit the dirt faster than originally planned, with a lateral motion that's thought to have tripped up one of Odysseus' landing legs. As a result, the spacecraft is lying on its side. This limits how much data its antennas can transmit and how much sunlight its solar panels can receive. But despite these challenges, the lander is still alive and functioning, sending back some stunning images of the lunar terrain and the lander itself. The images are taken by a camera with an ultra-wide-angle lens, which gives a distorted but comprehensive view of the surroundings. The images also show some of the payloads that the lander is carrying, such as a camera that can take 360-degree panoramas, a magnetometer that can measure the magnetic field of the Moon, and a retroreflector that can bounce back laser beams from Earth. The lander is the first of its kind to land on the Moon, opening up new possibilities and opportunities for private companies to participate in space exploration. This could lower the cost and increase the frequency of lunar missions, as well as foster innovation and competition among different players. It is also the first to land near the Moon's South Pole, a region that has never been explored before by humans. The South Pole is of great interest to scientists and explorers because it is believed to harbor water ice and other resources that could be used for future lunar bases and missions. The South Pole also offers a unique perspective of the Earth and the Sun, as well as a stable temperature and a low radiation environment. But the Odysseus lander is not the only moon lander that has made headlines recently. In fact, it is part of a new wave of lunar exploration that has been sparked by various countries and organizations. For example, China has successfully landed 2 rovers on the far side of the Moon, Chang'e 4 and Chang'e 5, which have collected and returned lunar samples to Earth. Japan has also sent a small lander, SLIM, which had a skewed landing, but managed to revive itself and send back some data. India, Russia, and Europe are also planning to send their own landers and rovers to the Moon in the near future. And of course, NASA is preparing to send humans back to the Moon by 2028 as part of its Artemis program, which will use a new rocket, a new spacecraft, and a new lunar orbiting station. The Odysseus lander is expected to support and complement these missions by providing valuable information and experience that can help improve the design and operation of future lunar vehicles and systems. The Odysseus lander is still communicating with the mission control, but its lifespan is uncertain and limited. The lander is powered by solar panels, which depend on the exposure to sunlight. However, the lander's tilted position reduces the amount of sunlight that can reach the panels, and the lunar night, which lasts for about 2 weeks, will soon plunge the lander into darkness and cold. The lander also has a limited bandwidth and data rate, which restricts the amount and quality of data that can be transmitted. The mission team is trying to optimize the power and communication of the lander by adjusting the orientation and frequency of the antennas and by prioritizing the most important data and commands. The team is also hoping to receive some images from NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which can provide a bird's-eye view of the lander's location and condition. The lander is expected to stop working by Tuesday morning, February 27, 2024, based on the Earth and Moon positioning. But this is not the end of the story. The lander will remain on the Moon as a permanent monument and a potential source of data for future missions. The team hopes to learn from the mistakes and successes of the first lander and to improve the performance and reliability of the second one. They also hope to inspire and collaborate with other lunar explorers and to contribute to the advancement of science and technology. The Odysseus moonlander is a remarkable example of how a private company can achieve a historic feat in space exploration. Despite the challenges and risks involved, the lander has sent back some amazing images of the lunar surface and has performed some scientific and commercial experiments and demonstrations. The lander has also opened up new possibilities and opportunities for future lunar missions and has joined a new wave of lunar exploration that has been sparked by various countries and organizations. The lander is expected to stop working soon, but its legacy and impact will last for a long time. The lander is a testament to the human spirit of curiosity, creativity, and perseverance, and a reminder of the wonders and mysteries that await us on the Moon and beyond. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.